Welcome to the Talltale Tavern, the monthly one-shot adventure TTRPG podcast. I am your tavern master and host, Kyle, and we are back for this very special edition of the Talltale Tavern, the thrilling finale of GlaD&Diators! Joining me at the bar for the finale of this special adventure is the group of gladiators who made it through the gauntlet, who made it past the petrifying gorgons, the giant gelatinous cube, the phase spiders, and the very special mimic hat. Some forged alliances, while others made enemies, and others increased their odds of winning by taking out the competition, or at least not actively trying to save them. Returning to this gladiator arena is Andy playing as Silas Nightingale, the bard who can't deny the fact that you like him. Right now, you like him. Tim playing the dwarf cleric Rend, who enjoys taking long baths in gelatinous cubes and playing the third wheel to formally conjoin twins. Swain, who used to think of himself as a one-man wolf pack, but then his brother brought Rend along and he knew his wolf pack grew by one, playing Brad, the halfling monk. Wes, aka the tranquil monk, playing the fluff with the stuff, Harangan paladin Sir Hoppington. Becca and Brooke, two dice goblins, playing twin goblins Hobson and Gobson, who just want to finally feel complete. Mav, who went out and bought a whole cowboy outfit hat just for this specific episode, playing as the Marquise, a human artificer fighter multiclass. Clay, playing Argos, an Eladrin druid who wishes he were in the woods right now. Bones, who wants to say that he will give anyone $5 real-life dollars for a help action, playing as Lee, a halfling bard. And last but not least, Scott, our editor and producer, is present.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Whose characters tragically did not make it. R.I.P.
It's true you
Belk.
ran 4 different characters and died all 4 times.
I'm really bad at D&D. I knew what was going to happen even. I don't understand.
With that, let's go back to the tavern. Back in the Talltale Tavern, the bartender, a bald man with a brown handlebar mustache, wearing a collared shirt unbuttoned at the top, with rolled up sleeves that reveal thick muscular arms, sits on a stool in front of the bar. In one hand, he holds an open leather-bound book written by a thus far unnamed author. With the other hand, he reaches back and grabs a glass of water and unsticks it from the bar, shaking his head at the small amount of clearish red ooze that seems to be hanging on the edge of the glass. He tries to wipe it off with a towel, but it doesn't seem to be there anymore. He shakes his head and takes a sip from the glass. The tavern has become busy. It's not often that the bartender himself tells a story. The Talltale Book Club sits at their reserved table, surrounded by other listeners who couldn't find an open seat. The entire tavern looks engaged in the narrative, except for the figure sitting next to the bartender, who wears a large cloak that obscures their face and body, and stares forward across the bar, periodically taking sips of their drink. The bartender continues reading from the story. And there I was, standing in the middle of the strange Colosseum, looking around at the other survivors of the gauntlet, thinking of the atrocities I had already witnessed, and the atrocities that were yet to come. And thus continues the third Bi-Sesquincentennial War of the Wishes, Legends of the Lamp, or alternatively, GlaD&Diators! Let's roll the intro! As you all had been able to stay on the platform at the end of the gauntlet, the portal in the wall expanded and consumed you, and everything went white. Faintly, you start to hear the cheering of the crowd, and it slowly raises to a deafening roar. Your eyes adjust to the light, and you find yourself standing in a large circle in the gladiator arena, the sun straight overhead at its zenith. with purple clouds hanging in the sky. You look around and see 9 bruised, beaten, and traumatized contenders spaced equally apart. Silas, the dapper crimson tiefling bard who no longer wears a hat. Rend, a basic-ass dwarf, grizzled, bearded, heavily armored with a mace and shield. Brad, a very tall halfling, looks like Bradley Cooper in The Hangover. Sir Hoppington, a very chunky Harangan who does not seem to fit in his armor very well at all. Hobson and Gobson, looking totally stacked in a long coat. The Marquise, a tall, lean human male, a black, flat-brimmed hat shading his eyes against the glare of the sun, 2 irons strapped to his hips, underneath his dusty, bone-white leather jacket. Argos, an older-looking Eladrin man with red hair and golden skin. Lee, a very tall halfling who looks like Bradley Cooper in A Star is Born. Zaezar, a dragonborn paladin with dark sunken eyes and a grim look on his face. And then, an open spot where nobody stands. You look closely and see a petrified hand sticking up in the sand in the shape of a very rude gesture.
Hi, Riam.
Bard! The crowd continues to cheer, and you hear a mixture of various chants, groups of audience members cheering your names. Argos, Argos, Hoppington, Hoppington, Lee and Brad, all happening at the same time. You hear your name being called, and you feel a shred of hope. Suddenly, a large door bursts open and the crowd gasps as a metal gorgon charges through, thrashing about with Auris, the genie master of ceremonies, firmly on its back, white cape billowing behind him. It charges to the middle of the arena. Auris pulls back on the reins, and the giant metal bowl raises up on its hind legs and lands back down with a thud. Auris lets go of the reins, and with arms outspread, speaking in a booming voice, "Who's ready for round 2? Ha 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 ha!" And the crowd cheers and goes wild. He drops down off the Gorgon and pats its side, and steps up closer to all of you. As he steps closer, a circular platform about 25 feet across in the middle of the arena starts to lower the Gorgon away. Let's give a big round of applause to our survivors so far. The arena starts to clap. 16 of you started in this arena. He looks around at all of you and pauses at the hand sticking up in the sand and looks confused for a second and then chuckles in amusement. 16 of you with hopes and dreams of achieving a wish. Now only 9 of you. Suddenly you hear a loud crack as a giant pillar of the Colosseum wall fractures at its base and falls forward toward the center of the arena. It falls downward toward the dragonborn paladin Hazar Venditka, who puts up his hands in defense and screams as the pillar crushes him, flattening him on the sandy dirt floor. The crowd gasps, and the arena is silent. Auris looks at the pillar. Only 8 of you remain. Some of you have made enemies and some allies. You've made your choices and have so many more to make. Good luck to all of you. And remember, only one of you will survive. Only one of you will win the wish. His cape starts to billow upward as it appears a strong wind lifts him up in the air and places him back in his skybox. At the other end of the arena, a giant lifts a massive club and swings it twice against a massive gong. Auris speaks once more. Round 2 begins now. Bring in the beast. The crowd cheers loudly, and you all look around uncomfortably. Then you hear a loud drum beat. Thoom. The crowd quiets. Another drum beat. Thoom. And then again. Thoom. The crowd starts clapping with the beat as it continues to build. Thoom, 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 thoom. The center platform begins to rise into view once again. Thoom, 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 thoom. Your anxiety builds. Thoom, 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 thoom. Thud. The platform becomes flush again with the floor. On top of the platform is nothing. The arena is silent. And then, like an orchestra of badly tuned trumpets, A deafening roar pierces your ears. A cacophony of wails and screeches, snapping jaws and hisses confuse your ears as you see nothing. Dirt starts to kick up from the ground and faintly outlines what appears to be a gargantuan, massive, invisible beast. And everyone, roll initiative!
Whew, you all rolled really well.
Sure did not.
So, Silas got a dirty 20.
That's your total score, is 20?
Yep.
Rend, what'd you get?
I also got a 20.
Anybody else get a 20? So Silas and Rend, roll initiative again, just yourself, and give me a... what you got on that?
16. 11.
So Silas, you go second. Brad,
I got a 19.
19. Sir Hoppington,
Got 12.
12. Hobson and Gobson.
We got Gloria 6. So good.
Okay.
So good.
The Marquise,
7.
Argos,
I also got a 7.
and Lee.
I got an 8.
Okay, yep, so go ahead and roll off the Marquise and Argos.
19. Where was that before?
I got a nat 1, so I think he's first.
Okay, we are at the top of the initiative, and Rend, you are first, and you stand in the Colosseum looking straight ahead at some sort of massive, invisible creature. And to your left, you see Brad, and to your right, you see Silas. What would you like to do?
So I'm gonna make my way over to Brad, kind of do a back-to-back thing, and I am going. So the invisible thing is in the middle of all of us, correct?
Yep. And
Okay.
you can see the invisible dust coming up on the ground. You feel like you're 10 feet away from it.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Thunderwave in that direction.
Okay.
So a sudden loud ringing noise painfully erupts from a point of your choice within range. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw of 14.
It rolled a 23.
Just barely passes there. Nice. So it's going to take half of 17.
Half of 17, so 8, right? Yeah. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, just going to chill there near Brad.
Okay. Next is Silas, and then after that will be on deck is Brad.
All right. So, again, we're just looking in the middle. Can't really see anything. So I'm just gonna, in that direction, I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
So it's gonna have to take a Wisdom saving throw of 15.
It rolled a 7.
Fan-freaking-tastic. So, yeah, I'm just gonna look at it and I'm like, it's like, show yourself, you son of a bitch. And it takes 8 points of psychic damage.
Silas is super pissed about the mimic cat.
Yeah.
Still mad. So mad.
There's still
the
a lot of
teeth
blood.
marks.
Yeah, blood just running down.
So yeah, you cast it, feel like it hits, and you are 10 feet away from it. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
I'm gonna back up an extra 10 feet.
Okay.
Just so that I can, distance myself.
So you back up 10 feet, and you are going to invoke an opportunity attack. It is going to be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
And as you're backing up, feeling like you are good a distance away, it hits you for 11 points of piercing damage. And you feel just like something sharp just stab into you as you back up.
Okay, cool.
And you are 10 feet further, you're now 20 feet away from the invisible beast. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
We have a lair action, and the beast in front of you roars, and you all start to feel afraid. Everyone needs to roll a wisdom saving throw.
This is to be frightened, I'm guessing.
It is a frightened thing. You'll see the effect. But it is a frightening effect. So if you have the ability to roll with advantage, you will be able to. And so we'll go through Silas. What was your roll?
That was a nat 20 for a 21.
Good.
Nice.
You succeed. And Rend,
12 for me.
12. You succeed. Brad.
With advantage, I rolled 2 2s.
Oh no.
So 4.
4. Sir Hoppington.
Composite 20.
Composite 20. Hobson and Gobson.
Got a 16.
The Marquise.
21.
Argos.
19.
And Lee.
11.
Okay. The DC was 10, and so if you did not hit the 10, then you are, it's not a full frightened effect, but you are unable to move closer to this beast until the end of your next turn. And that just affects Brad, I believe, correct? Yeah. All right. And speaking of Brad, you are up, and on deck is Sir Hoppington.
I am going to just prepare the dodge action.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
That'll be it.
All right. Sir Hoppington, and then Lee is on deck.
Right. Okay, so this thing is it 10 feet in front of me?
It looks to be 10 feet away from you.
Well, I have blind fighting. So am I able to decipher it?
Yes. Let me look. I think blind fighting.
Yeah, let's see here. I think it says I can see invisible creatures.
Oh, cool. Let me just read the.
It does specifically say you can see invisible creatures within 10-foot range.
Excellent.
Unless it successfully is hiding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it is definitely not hiding in the middle of all of it.
Okay.
And I will be sending you a Discord message.
Is it metagaming to watch my fellow co-combatants' eyes as they either widen or squint when he sees this image?
If you were in the arena, you would also maybe see the reaction that Sir Hoppington has, so I think it's fair.
His ears go down.
Yeah, I don't think you're that
go
far
down.
away from Sir Hoppington either. Like, I think you're just on the other side from us.
Yeah. Yeah, no, visibly his ears do go just down.
Oh no!
And
My man
I
just
will-
hit the long neck.
Just thematically, not using my hop action, thematically going to like kind of hop back like 10 feet and just go, no. And I am going to...
So you're just using your movement as you go backwards?
Right, just thematically kind of like backing up, like boom, 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 like just thematically backing up.
Gotcha. You do, unfortunately, leave its melee range, and you saw it use a reaction, but it has another reaction, and you will be taking an opportunity attack.
Oh yeah.
And that will be an 11 to hit.
That barely misses.
And then misses and whiffs, and you back up.
Okay, I'm going to roll a dice, see which of these I'm going to use. Okay, I will pull out my amulet, which is a golden carrot, and going to cast Bless, and a vision of a cabbage patch kind of comes up, and as the leaves sprout open, I'm going to bless myself, Silas, and Hobson.
Okay, cool.
You're
Is
the
that
best.
and that is an extra D4 they get to make?
D4 on attacks and saving
throws.
throws. Yes. And yeah, I backed up 10 feet. How much movement do I have left? Yeah, I'll back up 5 more.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it. Cowering.
Okay, I have you now 30 feet away from the beast. All right. We have another lair action. snakes start to burrow up from the sand and try to bite you. All of you, roll a dexterity saving throw to avoid them or a strength saving throw to squish them. And we'll go through the order. Silas.
15.
Rend.
8.
Brad.
26.
Sir Hoppington.
I lost my die. It came out of my box. Let me just use the digital one.
It's gone forever.
I don't know where it went. Let's see. 22 strength saving throw.
Hobson and Gobson.
24 dex.
The Marquise.
10 dex.
Argos.
18.
18. And Lee.
Well, I re-rolled my nat 1 because I'm a halfling, and I got a 15 on a dex save.
Excellent. The DC was again 10, and so Rend, you fail. Everyone else succeeds. Even the Marquise with his 10 just barely squishes or dodges all the way from these snakes. And Rend, you'll be taking 4 points of piercing damage. Next up, we have Lee, and then on deck is the Marquise.
So how far am I from this person who reacted to something invisible and can probably see invisible things?
He is through the creature, and he backs straight up, so he's 60 feet away from you.
Okay, so like
Sir
opposite side.
Sir Hoppington, yep.
Okay. I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Ooh, cool.
And then I'll move 10 feet south of me and pick up the petrified hand that's on the ground.
Good.
And then from there, I'd like to move away, but maybe I don't know if anyone would know where. So I could let you know secretly, but...
Sure, yeah, if you want to keep it a secret, try to tell me, where you can send me a message.
I'll keep it simple.
That works.
Point of order. Is the hand not invisible?
Right. Would the
hand not
Things
be
you pick
floating? Yeah, okay.
Become invisible, right?
I believe so.
We'll say it's invisible. Or he
I tuck it
shields
into my
his
shirt.
body. Invisibility is weird, right? Doesn't really make sense.
Throw that right into your
It's a
armpit,
thing.
and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Floating hand flipping everyone off.
What's the ground? Is the ground like sand?
It's like sand, like sandy.
Interesting. There's
Stone,
something that leaves footprints.
kind of.
No
Good to
reason.
know. I mean,
I'm not asking for
Oh.
any particular reason.
Not curious.
Okay, so you turn invisible, and you've seen two people back up from this thing, each getting swiped at by something, and you again will also get swiped at by something as it has another reaction.
Can it see me?
So it's invisible, now you're invisible. Since you are within range, what we'll say is, like, with the invisibility rules, it like causes things to have disadvantage against hitting you. And for now, we will let that be. As you were invisible, it will try and swipe at you, thinking you're leaving, kind of seeing some dust, leave. Does that change what you would want to do then, I suppose? No. Okay.
I mean, unless there's something that like makes me win, if you want to let me know, but otherwise I'm fine. Still accepting $5 for like a help action or bardic inspiration. DM me.
You should just put your Venmo on the right here.
I paid Scott $60 for the stat block, so I better win.
For pizza, I'll die for you.
Yeah, the creature's location can be detected by any noise it makes or tracks that it leaves. And so the way this creature is, it's going to swipe at you. And it will hit you for a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
And that will be 9 points of piercing damage that you will take.
Ouch. Well, I guess I'll make my concentration check.
Wouldn't this be sad?
Oh, yeah.
That's a 19.
That succeeds.
Invisible.
You continue to be invisible. Okay. Next is the Marquise. Argos, you're on deck.
So I count now. Would the Marquis see 3 reactions? Would he see this thing swipe it at the sand?
You can tell that there's movement happening. You know, there's dust in the air. You can tell this creature's invisible, but you're getting a sense that it is
moving.
It is things are happening. essentially.
How much distance behind me to the wall? Like how much space do I have behind me?
There's 30 feet. There's 30 feet to the wall.
Okay, so if I was to turn around and book it, like the farthest I go is 30 feet.
Yep.
Well, that's what the Marquis is going to do. He's going to get as much space between him and everybody else as he can. So he spins on one booted heel and runs 30 feet out toward the wall.
As you have seen this thing react to 3 people leaving its range, it has yet another reaction, and you are going to take an opportunity attack. It is a 14 to hit. Misses, and you feel something just whiff by you as you turn to book it away. And you're going as far away as you can?
Yep, all 30 feet. And as he hits kind of gets to the wall, slams his back against it, whips up both his pistols, and he's going to crack off 2 shots, one from his hand cannon and one from his eldritch cannon at this unseen thing.
Okay, so you will be firing at disadvantage because it's invisible.
The question for you here, and I don't know if this makes a difference, is the eldritch cannon is a magical attack. It's not a physical object. So do I fire a disadvantage as well? Because it's a ranged spell attack, but it's still a spell attack.
Yeah, anything.
Still disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, let's give it a shot. I'm going to fire his Schofield first for a total of 14 to hit.
14 misses.
Okay. And then I'm going to fire the blackjack. Let's see. 9.
2 misses.
Nuts. Well, back literally against the wall, he finishes his turn.
Okay. Get your dice out, because we have another layer action. The crowd in the arena quiets, and a voice begins to sing. In the crowd stands a beautiful figure singing a song. Roll a charisma saving throw. On a failure, you are dazed by the singer, and any attack on you has advantage until the end of your next turn.
Hey Kyle, is this count as charmed?
This would be a charming effect.
Oh.
Remember, you guys have bless.
Silas, what is your roll?
With my bless, it'll be 19.
19. Rend.
Got a big old 3.
3. Rend, you're not rolling these well.
Shocking. This never happens to me.
Brad.
14.
Sir Hoppington.
26 with bless.
Hobson and Gobson.
We got a nat 20 for with bless, that would be a 23.
The Marquise.
17.
Argos.
14 with the advantage from the Fey ancestry.
Cool. And Lee.
24.
24. Almost everybody almost is able to just put it away and realize that this is a dire situation. But Rend, you poor man. You are
I'm so lonely.
The DC was 10 on this as well, and you are dazed, and you have any attack rolls on you this until the end of your next turn will have advantage. And you also are frightened and cannot move toward the beast. Okay, Argos. And then Hobson and Gobson.
Okay. Argos is just going to yell out, "Sway!" And use gust of wind towards where the thing is. I'm assuming we all know roughly the general location as it's been swiping at people. That's just a line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide blast from you. And then each creature that starts its turn in that line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away.
Okay, so you're casting that at the just at the second level then?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it'll be on their turn, or any creature that starts its turn in that line needs to do the strength saving.
So yeah, it's 10-foot long line, and that will hit the invisible beast, and it will also hit Brad. So roll a strength saving throw.
It's when they start there, though, right?
If they start their turn there. So Brad wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
technically
So
roll.
I guess
Yeah, so Brad will
I'll
roll
wait
his
to roll
turn.
that then for the beast's turn then. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves when moving closer to you. So I gotta draw this out here. And this is a concentration, or is it just
Yeah, concentration.
Is this just like blowing sand all over the invisible creature? Can everyone just kind of see it now?
Great question.
Yeah, great question.
Ooh, I kind of like that. So Argos, you cast this gust of wind spell, and this wind starts blowing from you, and the sand starts kicking up, and it just kicks up really high, and you see things moving. It's hard to really get a grasp on what's happening with it. You hit, and you see the side of a face that quickly gets shaken off, and it's almost like a serpentine face. Hard to really tell. It's really quick, and it goes back, goes away, and it is getting blown and trying to resist this movement. Anything else for your turn?
Can I use my bonus action to phase step as far backwards as I can?
You can, and that will not invoke any opportunity attacks, I don't think.
Yeah. And then I don't know if it works. It would work on the creature, but it's the autumn one is up to 2 creatures you see within 10 feet of you must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, DC 15, or be charmed by you for 1 minute or until you or your companions deal damage to the creatures. Is there anything that's within 10 feet of me that would be affected by that?
The creature.
It says creatures
was.
you see,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure that it would, since it's invisible.
Yeah, it doesn't work because you don't see the creature.
Okay. I'll just get out of dodge then.
Does the gust of wind go with you when you move?
Oh, that would be a good question that I should have
does say
thought about
blast
beforehand.
from you.
I think it does because it's a concentration, so I would think that it would go. At the end of a bonus action at the end of your turn, you can choose which direction the line blasts from you. It will still be affected by that, but you're going back 30 feet, so it still will be hit by that wind. Brad will not. If that's
I'll do that instead. I won't hit another person's in here with me.
Okay. That wind blows, and Brad, you felt the wind for a second, and then it just got in front of your reach, and so in front of where you were standing.
My hair blows. I get this nice blowout from the wind.
Bradley
That's
Cooper
all.
from The Hangover with wind blowing his hair back.
Yeah, that's exactly Bradley Cooper.
We all need to imagine that.
Roll a save against being
Hopkins'
charmed.
ears go back up.
Sure, yes.
See, I had Nicolas Cage getting off the old Con Air and his hair.
Yes.
That's good too.
So we all have to roll charisma saving throws for that, I think.
Yeah.
Choose to fail?
Okay. Hobson and Gobson, you're up.
Okay, so we're going to whip a psionic blade towards the thing. Roll with disadvantage, is that right?
Yes,
And no one is within 5 feet, correct?
correct.
And you guys are blessed, so you have a plus D4 to your attack roll.
That's a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Damn.
And that will be 7 psionic damage. And then we're going to disengage for our bonus action. And we're going to move as far back as possible. We want to stay within 60 feet of the thing. But how much space do we have behind us, Kyle?
To go all the way back from the wall, you will still be 25 feet from the beast.
We go all the way to the wall.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah. Do that.
Okay.
But not. I don't want to clump up with someone. So I don't want to be super close to Sir Hoppington and get taken out also with it. So yeah, if we can do that, spread, and then we're good. Yep.
You're literally 2 characters. You can't not clump up with someone. I just want that to be clear.
Consensual clumping, Scott. Consensual clumping. It's important.
So you're
Our
trying.
clump is
Sorry.
implied.
Did you say you wanted to clump near somebody?
We do not. No.
Okay, you do not.
We don't want
Okay,
to do
so yeah,
area of
you're-
effect kind of things. So.
Okay. You are not clumped. Anything else for your turn? That it?
That's it.
That's it. Thanks.
Okay. Plumes of fire shoot up from hidden pipes scattered randomly throughout the arena. Roll a d4. On a 1, take 4 points of fire damage.
So that was you said 4 points. Fantastic.
4 points,
Wait.
yes. So who will go through? Silas, what was your roll?
I got a 1.
That's 4 points. Rend?
Wait,
Wait. With fire damage, though,
you're
I'm
a
resistant to
tiefling,
fire.
right?
Yes.
Okay, you take 2 points of fire damage.
Fantastic.
Rend?
2 for me.
Brad?
That was a 1.
1. 4 points of fire damage, Brad. Sir Hoppington?
Rolled 2.
Hobson and Gobson?
3.
The Marquise?
Also rolled a 3.
Argos?
4.
And Lee?
I rolled a 1 and took the damage, but I passed my concentration check.
Okay, great, good. Fantastic. Well, we are at the beast's turn. And I need to roll randomly for something.
Just for something.
Just pick, Kyle. Who's your favorite?
Yeah, Kyle, just pick.
It's me. I'm his favorite.
Scott, you're not here.
You're dead.
I'm dead.
This is going to take me a second.
This creature that has, 5 opportunity attacks is going to take a second to roll on its turn? Weird.
It also needs to roll for being blasted back, hopefully.
Yeah,
that's true.
Start of its turn.
True.
Oh, yes, correct, it does. So it's going to do that.
Save DC is 15. Strength saving.
Okay, so it is going to roll a strength saving throw as the air. It rolls a 20, and it succeeds. And so it still will have to use double movement to get to your direction, correct? If it wanted to do that?
Yeah.
But it doesn't get shoved 15 feet.
No.
Okay.
Looking forward to the 7 multi-attacks we're about to see.
Yeah.
Kyle's face makes me so scared.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh boy. First, you.
It was you. You can't just say you, Kyle. And
I'm
leave
sorry,
it.
I paused because
Dramatic effect.
I have to plan for what it's actually going to.
Kyle, please try to think of your turn, as it's approaching.
You gotta be careful, Scott. He's gonna assign this beast to you and make you do it.
Okay.
Make note of the people that have been quiet and respectful.
Rend.
Oh god.
It is the creature's turn, and you feel its presence swipe out at you for an attack. And its first attack against you is a 20 to hit.
It hits.
You take 10 points of piercing damage as something seems to bite you.
So question,
Yeah.
is this considered within 5 feet of me?
I will say yes, because it's the head of the it's technically 10 feet away from you. Are you trying to see if you can do your Wrath of the Storm?
Yeah.
You can do the Wrath of the Storm.
Okay, I will do that. So it's a DC 14 Dex.
It rolls a natural 17, so it passes. But does it take some damage from that, or just
Yeah, it takes half. It takes half of 5.
Okay.
Something.
Awesome.
Okay. It's going to swipe at you again,
Can't wait.
and this time it rolls a natural 20.
Oh,
Rude.
It hits a natural 20, and you take 22 points of piercing damage.
I'm super fucking dead.
And it swipes at your body again.
Ew.
Damn, Kyle.
You take 2 death saving throws, failures, and then it hits you again. As you are getting hit by this Hydra multiple times, what are Ren's final thoughts as his life will come to an end?
I should have melded into stone.
And Rend, unfortunately, your character dies. That is the last we see of Rend.
As I go down, I'd like to slice off my hand and toss it over. Toss it over to Brad.
Object
Take this
interaction.
with you.
Amazing.
If you really want to cut your hand off, that is fine. It wasn't much to do it because one of the attacks had basically severed one of your hands off, and so you just able to take off a little
That's
bit.
convenient.
The hand falls off.
You know?
It lands next to you. And
That's hospitality there.
The Mark was watching all this happen. Is like, what is it with the hands? You weirdos.
And Brad, you feel it is going to attack you now.
Does it with a disadvantage because I dodged.
Okay, so that will be the advantage will cancel out then, and it will just be a straight roll. It rolls a 15 to hit.
Misses.
It's going to try and hit again. For a 15 to hit again.
I laugh at its face, but I can't. I don't know where it is, so I'm kind of like off.
And then it seems to move. And nobody can really tell. You see the dirt start to, kind of puff up as it moves, and it seems to puff up closer and closer to the Marquise. And the Marquise, you see this creature moving toward you, and then you feel an attack attempt to hit you.
Come on, baby.
That's a 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
And that will be 10 points of piercing damage that you take. Feels like a giant bite that it hits you with.
When I said 7 multi-attacks, Kyle, I was kidding, okay?
Well, it hit, it had used attacks on Rend, swiped at him for 4 hits. It had swiped at Brad for 2 hits. It is going to try and hit you again with advantage.
Wait, did it try to hit Brad 3 times?
It took 2 15 hits at Brad and missed both.
Okay.
It's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
That's another 10 points of piercing damage.
Kyle, is it still invisible?
And your turn's over, right?
It is.
Your turn's over, right? Good. Okay, good.
It is still invisible. And that is its turn.
Does anybody have to spell magic?
The one that's dead is.
Suddenly very upset that I burned my fairy fire in the first round.
What a shame.
And not in this round.
A loud crash of thunder shakes the arena, and the crowd erupts, unable to contain their anticipation. Then they start to chant, "Woo gwa, woo gwa, woo gwa." You hear Auris' booming voice. That's right, a man who won the War of the Wishes by cheating his way to the top. A man who wished for unlimited wishes and thought it would be granted just the same. Well, through my pure benevolence, his wish was granted. Now he fights in every tournament with the opportunity of winning as many wishes as he can, all the while absorbing the wishes of those who don't make it along the way. A door rises from the edge of the Colosseum and a large figure walks through. Now entering the fray, the wish-gorged warrior! Scott, please describe your character.
Motherfucker.
The Wish-Gorged Warrior, a disgusting abomination of what was once a human being, maybe. His soul is overloaded like he's been funneled with hundreds of wishes into one person, and his essence cannot handle it any longer. His muscles are undulating and constantly shifting. His skin looks like it's boiling underneath. If you get a look at him, it's like his arm will be huge and then shrink down all of a sudden, be dragging the sword, and he comes in just like in pain clearly at his existence, and enters the arena ready to fight, just saying, "Help me! Kill me!" Yeah.
I need you to roll a d8.
I'd love to.
And we will see which character you end up behind.
Number 1.
Number 1. Silas, you feel the hot breath of the wish-gorged warrior directly behind you. And he has entered the initiative and rolled for it, and we will see where that comes up at.
I was wondering why you're on camera.
I knew when you were on camera.
I know.
I don't know what you're talking
suspicious.
about. Guys, I'm not in this. Yeah. I'm dead, is what you said, I think, Hobson and Gobson.
Anytime I can make you shush, I will. But
Silas, it is your turn. and you are near the edge of the arena, and behind you, the Wish-Scourge Warrior has entered within your 5-foot radius.
I'm gonna 5 foot. Damn. I am going to go ahead and just because I'm like surprised about this, I'm going to get my I'm just gonna just attack with my rapier.
Okay.
On the warrior. So that's 22 to hit.
Scott, does that hit?
Hits.
Alrighty, so damage is going to be 6.
Okay. The Wish-Scourge Warrior takes 6 points of slashing damage. Anything else for your turn, Silas?
I'm gonna do bonus action of Healing Word. We'll do that at this. It'll be my last 2nd level spell slot, and I get 11. I get 11 HP back.
Nice. It's a good healing word. What is your healing word? Do you have one?
Like love.
Just love on yourself.
Love.
Self-love.
Great. Anything else for your turn?
No, I'm gonna stay put.
Okay.
Silas, where exactly are you? Are you all backed all the way against the wall?
So we can, so he is, he was within 10 feet of the wall, Silas was.
Okay.
And so, if you want a general layout, all the characters are pretty well spread out at this point. The invisible beast is up against the Marquise at the moment.
Yeah.
Closest to the invisible creature other than the Marquise is going to be Hobson and Gobson and Argos.
No, thank you.
And that is your turn. We have another layer action. The sand swirls beneath you, and you all start to sink. Roll a dexterity saving throw to remain on top of it, or be grappled by the quicksand until the end of your next turn.
Don't forget blessed that have it.
All right, Silas, what is your roll?
24.
24. Brad.
25.
Sir Hoppington.
17.
Hobson and Gobson.
So we have the thing where we can roll a d8 if we need it. Would a 13 pass?
13 passes. You feel like you don't need it.
Okay.
The Marquise.
8.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Something tells me I wasn't going anywhere anyway.
Argos.
That's a 6.
And Lee.
11.
11. The DC was 10. And unfortunately, Marquise, you're unable to get out of the quicksand, and you are grappled by the quicksand until the end of your next turn. Your movement speed is 0. And Argos, you as well are in the sand. And Brad, it is your turn, followed by the Wish-Scourge Warrior.
I'm gonna take a brief moment and mourn the death of Rend as I pick up the hand, stuff it in my shirt. And I'm gonna say that I back up and just hold the dodge action again.
Okay.
Use the dodge action.
Do you want to back up to the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like in a diagonal fashion. So like if this was a square to the corner, essentially.
Do you want to angle yourself so you're the furthest away from the beast?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that how you want to do it? Okay, cool. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Wish-Scourge Warrior, you are up, and directly in front of you is Silas, the tiefling bard.
Well, eyes red with rage that he hit me a second ago. I will attempt to attack Silas, the tiefling bard, in front of me then. For a 20 to hit?
Yeah, that hits.
And that's for the first attack. Ooh, yay. 11 damage, so much for that healing word you did, I guess.
I'm still in the game, though.
Okay, perfect. And then all of a sudden, the Wishgorge warrior's legs that were looking kind of puny, like the skin rips off of it as his muscles grow 3 times the size that they were, and he leaps into the air and lands on to Silas, who needs to make a DC 14 strength or dex saving throw.
With your bless.
Yes, yeah. I want to do dex.
Okay.
So, that's without bless is 23. So I'm not.
nice.
I'm gonna choose not to use bless.
Okay, you take half damage, then you get pushed 5 feet to an unoccupied space, and you take 6 bludgeoning damage as he tries to come crashing down on you.
Well, that is just fantastic because I had 6 HP left.
Then, just without even like a second thought, the Wishgorge warrior starts walking toward whoever's closest then, within 30 feet.
You're gonna have to choose between nobody's within 30 feet.
Okay, who can I see from where I'm at?
You can see Brad and Lee. They're the closest.
Can't see me.
That's true, I can't see the one that's invisible.
You can't see Lee.
Well,
you can see Brad.
I'm going for Brad. I start walking toward Brad.
30 feet?
Yeah, and that will be it for the Wishgorge warrior's turn. Then a kind of satisfied, kind of shrieking noise after killing Silas.
And you walk 20 feet toward Brad. Silas, you are, for the moment, you are down and you are unconscious, and you will be making death saving throws on your turn, so far as you do not take any more damage. And you will, if you roll a natural 20 on any of your throws, you will be able to pop up with 1 HP.
You hit the Adonis Creed in Creed 1, where he just pops up off the canvas.
Surely you'll be able to win with 1 HP.
Yeah.
Surely.
Hey, you never know.
Hey, survival is victory, sounds like. So,
Sir Hoppington, you are back up against the wall. With your blind fighting ability, you know what this creature is, and you stand there trembling as it is attacking others. What would you like to do on your turn?
How far is Silas away from me?
Silas is 65 feet away from you.
Okay then. And how far is Hobson and Gobson away from me?
35 feet.
Oof. All right. Where do I need to be in the arena then to get to where I can be closer to them, but not like necessarily next to Hobson and Gobson? Like I want to try to get closer to Silas.
You'll have to choose which one you want to get close to, because they're essentially opposite directions.
Okay.
It's like a right angle from where you're at.
Right. All right. Let's see here. And then that does that. That does that. Roll a die. All right. I'm gonna head towards Hobson and Gobson's area. Stay about 10 feet away from them.
Okay.
And kind of look over at them and just well, this isn't going how I wanted. And then just loud so everyone can hear. It's a Hydra! It's a Hydra! As I actually, I did myself as a self-frightened, which is why he backed up on the first move.
Okay.
Just finally collects himself and just screams out loud, it's a Hydra, and then I will ready the dodge action.
Okay. Excellent. Anything else?
No, that's it right now.
Okay. A large air elemental made of green noxious gas forms in the Colosseum and begins to run. As he passes through you, roll a Constitution saving throw against this poison effect, or take 4 points of poison damage, and that's for everyone. And Silas, unfortunately, you will automatically fail this, and you will take 2 death saves.
I just want to be clear. The Wish Scourged Warrior has made both of these saves. Kyle hasn't asked me, but I have made them.
Okay. Brad.
Roll 2 5s.
Oh, brutal.
7.
Ooh, 7. Sir Hoppington.
It's a 13.
Hobson and Gobson.
18.
The Marquise.
14.
Argos.
Not 20.
Nice. And Lee.
10.
10. And Wish Gorge Warrior.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Nice. The DC was 10. Who would have thought? And Brad, unfortunately, you inhale this poison gas and take 4 points of poison damage.
Take 2 since I'm resistant.
Cool. And then we have Lee, and then the Marquise on deck.
Okay. How far am I from Brad and Wishman debacle? And how far am I from the invisible Hydra?
You are 25 feet from the Hydra. And from Brad, you are 55 feet.
If I move sort of, not necessarily further back towards the wall, but if I sort of go, I would think clockwise around the arena, would I be heading sort of away from the Hydra, or at least keeping the same distance?
Yes. So you're trying to, where are you trying to go?
So if I just sort of, I guess, because I've backed up towards the wall, spoilers, but if I were to sort of go north, I'm not increasing distance between myself and the Hydra, right? Based on where it is?
Yeah.
Okay, or at least not getting closer.
I think it's headed straight towards that Wish Warrior.
I'm gonna move, say like 25 feet is my full movement. I don't want to be within 10 feet of someone else, so if I can, keep at least a 15-foot space, but I'm just gonna use that movement to head north, and I am invisible. If there's any possible way I can take the hide action, I would do it. And if you feel like that's not doable where I'm standing, you just stand very still.
The problem is there's just nothing in this arena. What was your movement speed? How much is your movement speed?
25, but don't want to get too close to anyone.
There is a body on the ground.
I am a halfling who can mechanically use creatures a size larger than me to hide.
You could try and use the hide action against Silas's body.
That's perfect.
Okay.
And because I'm invisible, I believe I get advantage on stealth rolls, right?
Yep. Go ahead.
All right. Let me make a hide.
Mechanically, does he have to get prone to do that?
Yeah. I mean, I think so.
That's a nat 20 for a 30 stealth check.
Holy
Amazing.
shit.
Amazing. If you could be any more invisible, you are. And you are now hiding behind Silas's body and definitely hidden from everybody. Nobody really knew where you were in the beginning.
I'm very carefully sort of holding my ear to Silas's mouth, like, are we breathing? Are we dead? Just checking.
Hearing his heartbeat just peter out next to you, God.
Every 8 seconds, he seems to take a shallow breath. It's really bad.
It's not quite agonal. Okay, that's fine.
Anything else for your turn?
That's gonna be me for now.
Okay. The Marquise, you stand with your feet stuck in the quicksand, and you look in front of you. Directly in front of you is this invisible Hydra, as you now understand.
Can I see the genie from where I am?
Yeah, you can see him.
How far away is he?
He is gonna be on your side. He's like 30 feet. Well, he's pretty close. He's up in the stands, but his skybox isn't crazy high. It's where you can see a lot of the good action from. So he's about 30 feet up. 30 feet.
So
away.
I wouldn't even be. We're not even talking long range. This is within my normal range to hit.
Mm-hmm. And he sits upon a throne, and is smiling, enjoying all of this.
So,
What's the worst that could happen as you
in
look
what he
over at
fully
the Wish
expects
Warrior?
to be his last act in this plane, he looks directly where he thinks the Hydra is, spits in the dirt, and then turns both cannons on the genie to see if he can hit him.
Okay, good. Go ahead and roll attacks on the genie.
Yay!
And there's no disadvantage. I can hit this guy. He's not invisible, correct?
No, he's just sitting there.
Love it. Spit in his eye. Ugh, an 11.
11? 11 will not hit.
All right, let's try our second. This is the Eldritch Cannon. Come on, baby. God, the Marquis cannot hit today. A 9.
A 9. Ooh, unfortunately that misses as well. And the crowd gasps as the bullets, hit to either side of the genie. And the genie looks to the left and right, and he gives you a smile and raises his hand to let the fighting continue. Anything else for your turn?
That's it. Can't move, can't shoot. Not a lot left to do but die.
Okay. Everyone, we have another layer action. As the absurdity of this entire situation starts to get to you, after the Marquis shot the genie shrugs and doesn't mind after it misses. This invisible Hydra, you start to feel like you're going mad. Roll an intelligence saving throw to remain sane. On a failure on your next turn, you must make a single melee attack against the closest creature to you.
Good. God, I won't fail.
I got a -1 to this check.
Okay, that is going to be Brad. What was your check?
That's a 15.
15. Sir Hoppington.
15.
15. Hobson and Gobson.
30-20.
30-20. The Marquis.
A nat 20.
Nat 20.
As time slows down, as these shots whiff by the genie and he realizes he's staring death in the face, with this nat 20, can he see through the veil at all? Is there anything he can see that might help him?
You look around and you look to the sky and see the sun just staying put at the top of the sky, and look at the clouds swirling with this purple gas, and see the sky seems to have a curvature to it. And as you're thinking about this situation and looking around, you realize that you are in the genie's bottle, and it feels like this is why he is able to have all the power he has to do whatever he wants in this realm. Argos.
22.
22, and Lee.
11.
11. You all succeed that check, and you all remain sane. That brings us to Argos.
Okay. What's the sand situation right now?
So you are grappled until the end of your next turn, and until the end of this turn. So your movement is 0. Your gust of wind is not hitting the invisible Hydra anymore. It is just kind of pointed straight toward the middle.
Okay. Question. Could I get out of the sand using phase step, or would I have to try to do a save to get out or something?
Well, phase step would work to get you out. Do you have another use of the phase step? Is that?
Yeah, I have one more. I have 3 per long rest.
So yeah, you could use a bonus action to like teleport out of the way. If you wanted to make a attempt to get out of the grappled ground, that would be a check that you'd have to make to get out.
Okay. But I could teleport out?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. How far away is Silas from me?
Silas is 60 feet away from you.
Okay. Is there... So I'm in the sand. Is the creature still in front of us, or is it or is it to the side? Because I know it was attacking the
Marquis. It's 25 feet away from you.
Okay. Is there any way that I could phase step closer to Silas and then use my movement to get to him?
I think you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's You can teleport 30 feet, yeah, and then you would have your 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, okay. I'll go ahead and do that.
So you are right up next to Silas now.
Okay.
Your gust of wind is like the same trajectory as where you like were, because I guess it's a because you're not using like a concentration, so it's still happening, this gust of wind, and now it blows in the direction where you're standing. It does like blow in the direction of the Wishgorge warrior, but the angle is weird, so it's not Brad. It doesn't hit Brad, just Wishgorge warrior.
Okay, awesome. Can I use first level cure wounds on Silas then?
You
as
can.
my action?
You may.
Okay, so that's 1d8 plus 4 healing. Does he roll for that, or do I roll for that?
You roll for that because you'll be doing the healing for him.
Oh, very good. 6.
6 points of damage. Silas, or healing. You take 6 points of healing, Silas. Your breath comes back. Do you say anything to Argos?
Oh, thank you.
Hey, good job, chap. We're all in this together.
Does it cost an action to speak, by the way? Like, is that something I can freely do?
You can freely talk. Yeah, that's fine. Is that, I mean, like, out of turn? Or are you saying?
Yeah, like, it's not my turn. You know,
you can do a little bit of that. We can't have full conversations probably, but yeah.
All right, everybody pause. Let's discuss what we need to do.
Yeah.
Get the battle map out.
Cool it down, right?
Train chipmunk mode.
So as he sees Silas rise up and kind of look around, the Marquis points straight up and yells out, "We're in the lamp!" to let everyone know what he has divined.
Hey Kyle, since we see a sun in the sky, is this lamp like a hookah bottle and the sun is like one of those poles that's on fire?
As you hear that and you look up, you're like, oh yeah, it's like that.
Do I smell
shape.
like grape scented smoke in the air?
That's what the purple clouds are, is grape.
The genie's actually a fuckboy.
Undergraduate students and grape.
You're gonna have to get closer to the clouds to smell what they to smell them. So unfortunately, okay, great. Where were we? Okay, so that is Argos. You have healed Silas and brought him back up. Anything else for your turn?
Oh, I can't do anything else.
Okay. We are to Hobson and Gobson.
So real quick, is the Wish Stealer Supreme, is he within 5 feet of anyone by any chance?
The genie?
No,
the
Wishgorge.
Oh, the
Wishgorge
Wishgorge. He's not. No, right now he's on his way to Brad. He's not there yet. So.
Throwing an ink bottle. Would that be an object interaction or would that be a ranged attack?
That depends what you're wanting to do with it, I suppose. So.
I want to make a mess, is basically what I'm trying to do.
We want to try and put something on the outside of this invisible creature to attempt to at least begin the process of not giving us all disadvantage on
We want to
attacking it.
basically make it look like a child finger painted on the Hydra.
Chuck an ink bottle at it. Go for it.
Is that an attack then?
Is it an attack?
Do it. It'll be an attack action. Well, we'll say this is an action where you're trying to, do a significant effect on a beast.
Okay,
Do
so
we
it's
just
gonna
use
whip
like our
forgery kit.
bow, like plus
Yeah, what
to
do we do?
damage? Like, is that what you want us to do?
Or just do like, are they to attack, you mean?
I just want you to do a ranged attack, throwing it on the Hydra.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You get out your ink bottle. You guys have one collective ink
Well, we
bottle.
we have our forgery kit. So I was thinking like ink bottle and also like the melted wax that we get like for forging seals, like everything messy. And we are just going to kindergarten class this Hydra as much as possible.
Everyone sees Hobson and Gobson like the head like goes into the trench coat and then it like collapses on the ground and you two are just in there like sitting crisscross applesauce in there mixing up a slurry getting something
That's
ready.
my favorite quill, not that one.
And then you pop back out and chuck it, and it flies in the air, and it hits the invisible Hydra, and like the ink splatters across it. And while it doesn't coat the entire Hydra, you can see the ink start to go down and show multiple necks and heads, and this long, slender body with this huge tail. And it coats enough of it where it loses its invisibility feature. And you see that this large, gargantuan hydra, 20 feet across, 25 feet high, has 8 heads that are just squirming around, looking and trying to bite anybody that's close.
Okay, and then we want to move within 5 feet of Sir Hoppington.
Okay.
And then we kind of just like pat him on the shoulder and like, we got this. And then we can bonus action dagger still, right?
Well, can we only bonus action dagger if we attack action? I don't know.
The
No, you
bottle
can
was
bonus
kind
action
of an attack action.
Well, I think.
Yeah.
True.
That'd
Okay,
be
yeah,
an
bonus
attack.
action
Yeah.
dagger, you go for it.
So that would be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
6 psionic damage.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
I think that's all, yeah.
That's all we can do.
I just want to say that was the most on-brand goblin attack I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's because Brooke and I actually are, at our hearts, goblins.
You hear the voice of Auris from his skybox. Everybody has this another layer action. Keep going, gladiators! Fight! Survive! And everyone roll a d4 with advantage and take that many temporary hit points.
Oh.
If you have 10 hit points, it will stack upon those 10 hit points, but I don't think anybody does.
Does that include me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Wait, so if we haven't lost any hit points, do we get anything? Or just
You get
temp HP
temporary
goes
hit
on
points.
top.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, cool.
Just to hear what everybody got. Silas, what'd you get on that?
I got a 2.
2. Brad?
3.
3. Sir Hoppington?
4.
4. Hobson Gobson?
3.
3. Marquise?
4.
4. Argos?
3.
3. Lee?
4.
4. Cool.
I got a 4 for the record.
No one cares.
We don't care.
What are you here?
I'm just like one of you. Come on.
You're not a real
He's
PC.
dead.
She doesn't even go here.
I was fighting in
He
this
just
tournament
feels a lot of
before.
emotion.
I was fighting in this tournament back when it was the first Bi-Sesquincentennial.
All right,
War of the
hipster.
Wishes.
Yeah, whatever.
The Marquise, you are looking at the sky, figuring out that this is some sort of bottle or lamp that you're in, and you look downward toward you at this 25-foot tall, massive, previously invisible Hydra with ink splattered all over it. It's got this dark color to it. Half of it's invisible, half of it's not. And you see the 8 heads turn and look toward you. And
You're a daisy if you do.
and its first attack on you is an 11 to hit.
That misses.
Misses. Second attack is a 10 to hit.
That misses.
8 misses.
Don't do
in a
that,
row.
Kyle. Don't give me hope.
No, I feel like he's toying with you like a cat and a mouse.
Or he doesn't hit Mav's character unless he can hit us.
Uh-huh.
Thump, thump. Chunks out of the stone
Okay.
to my right and
Yeah, I
left.
think it's like 2 heads fighting. To
Misses
get you.
twice.
Yeah.
Misses twice.
A third head swipes down at you for a natural 20 to hit.
Do it.
Tell me.
And you take 14 points of piercing damage.
Believe it or not, he's knocked to the ground, spits out blood, looks back up at the Hydra and goes, "That all you got?" He's still up.
The Hydra, half of its heads are looking toward Hobson, Gobson, and Sir Hoppington at this point, and it starts to head that direction, but one last head remains kind of fixed on you, and as it's moving, attacks one more time for a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And you will be taking 10 points of piercing damage.
Well, the Marquis goes down, but he is not dead.
The Marquis goes down and is not dead, but is unconscious. And the beast moves toward Hobson Gobson and Sir Hoppington, is able to get into your range, and is going to make 2 attacks on both of you. The first attack is on Hobson Gobson for a 21 to hit.
Yep.
So that's 10 points of damage. And you will also need to make a dexterity saving throw to keep on top of each other.
Okay, we have some reactions. So
Okay.
we can add, what is it? We can add 3 to our AC, but that's still.
Oh yeah, sorry, never mind. Yeah. Okay.
So
Cool. So you said 10. All right, and then we got to make our. Is it a dex saving throw?
Dex saving throw. Yep.
Yeah, we both passed.
Okay, you're able to stay on top of each other in your tall form.
We're very good at being on top of each other.
Did you say you have a reaction or something?
We are going to hold it.
Oh, okay. It's going. Second head swipes at you for a bite attack. That is a 19 to hit.
Yes.
That is another 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay. The roll.
Oh yeah.
I got a 16.
16.
Eyes
Okay,
of steel.
save.
We stay mounted.
Good. The DC on that is you both roll, and it's a roll with advantage essentially to try and hit. One of you hit a DC 15 to stay aboard.
Yep.
As one,
Aboard.
and you do. Aboard.
Ahoy!
I think it should be
Okay,
dexterity
did you-
for the top one, but strength for the bottom one to hold on, personally.
That's great. Did you have a reaction or something? You mentioned a reaction. I don't know if you were wanting to use it.
No,
no,
we'll
we're going to
save
still
it.
save it.
Okay. It makes 2 attacks against you and makes 2 attacks against Sir Hoppington. The first attack on Sir Hoppington is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
That'll be 10 points of piercing damage to you, Hoppington. And the second one is a 22 to hit.
That one hits.
And that'll be 10 points of piercing damage as well. That's the Hydra's turn. I was going to ask myself if there's anything else for my turn. And so we are back up at the top. Silas, with your 6 HP left, you take a breath of life and stand up. What would you like to do? Actually, yeah. So you're still prone. So you to use half your movement speed to get up. You are prone and alive.
All right, so I will go ahead and use that half movement speed to get up. So that's 15. But then I'm actually going to go ahead and do my final bardic inspiration to Argos as a thank you for healing me.
I appreciate it.
So that is going to be a 1d8 for 10 minutes. 1d8 to ability checks, attack roll, or saving throw. So there we go. There's that one.
Anything for your
and then
action?
and then for my actual action, my final 3rd level spell slot is going to be Cure Wounds on myself.
Wow. Cool.
So that's going to be 17.
Nice. Looking strong. Was nearly dead. Essentially, had failed 2 death saving throws.
Yeah.
And now is looking healthier than most.
Like.
Okay, anything else for your turn?
I'm gonna. No, I think I'm good for right now.
Okay. Everybody, the beast roars again, and you start to feel afraid again. Roll a wisdom saving throw, and it's a DC 10, or you're unable to move closer to the beast until the end of your next turn. And we will go through Silas.
5.
Brad.
17.
Sir Hoppington.
So 14.
Hobson Gobson.
11.
The Marquise.
I am unconscious, but I rolled a 20.
Oh, okay.
I rolled it. I would be unafraid if I were conscious.
So yeah, you're
unafraid of dying.
Argos.
12.
12, and Lee.
10.
10. Silas, you are unable to move closer to the beast until the end of your next turn.
Who would want to move closer to this thing?
What a bummer.
It's just a question.
What a bummer. Brad,
darn.
and Brad, you're up. Wishgorge Warrior on deck.
I'm going to move. I'm going to get right next to the Wishgorge Warrior
Okay.
with my movement. I'm on their right, essentially. Moving towards the group that's over in this corner.
Okay. Yeah, like Silas and Argos.
Yeah, they don't know I'm standing
Right next to them.
And you don't know either, but yeah. So you move up to the Wishgorge Warrior.
And I'm going to attack.
Get him.
First attack is 10.
No.
14.
That hits.
I'm going to use my last key point to stunning strike you.
Okay.
You're going to need to roll a DC 13 con save.
Hey, you win. I got a 5.
You're stunned until the end of your next turn.
Get him, face from 18.
And you take 9 points of damage.
Okay, he is stunned. Wishgorge Warrior, it is your turn.
And you can't really do anything, right?
You are stunned. No, you cannot.
So
Yeah.
I believe you said the Wish-Gorged Warrior was in the path of my wind currently.
Oh, yes, it is.
I succeeded on the save if I can make one while stunned, but I don't know. how
Well,
that
actually,
works.
you probably can't make one while stunned, right?
Auto failed Dex and Strength saves.
Well, there you go. So I get pushed 15 feet away from you after you did that, I guess.
Yeah. Is that
Okay,
an
you get-
opportunity attack?
Opportunity attacks don't happen on forced movement. Fuck you. You're not getting it.
So you get blown, Wishgorge Warrior, into the wall, and you kind of are pinned up against the wall there by this gust of wind.
Okay. Fine by me. Let the
Go
Hydra
ahead
kill
and
you
roll.
fucks.
Go ahead and roll your D8 to see what happens,
Okay.
because this is kind of not in your control. This isn't.
Well, this is perfect, Kyle, because the Witch Gorge Warrior lets out a horrific howl of pain. And everybody who can hear me in this arena needs to make a DC 14 Wisdom or Charisma saving throw. I'm going to take damage, and you're going to take damage.
Wow.
So we'll go through the save just
We
like
needed a
before.
6th layer action.
So this is Wisdom or Charisma
Uh-huh.
saving throw, right?
Yeah, so
and so
14.
Silas, what was your saving throw there?
It's going to be an 18 charisma.
And is this a frightened effect, or is this something else?
This is just a.
This is just
This
damage.
is almost-
Psychic damage you'll take
Psychic
because the pain that he's letting out is so inhuman and disgusting sounding.
It's a 14.
Was that for Brad?
Yeah.
Sir Hoppington?
We were doing constant charisma, right?
Or wisdom.
22.
Charisma or wisdom.
Yeah.
22?
Well, mine's a +5 on charisma, so yeah, going charisma.
Charisma's the way to go.
22.
Hobson and Gobson?
17 charisma.
The Marquise?
Well, I can't.
you're dead.
So I
Oh, you
think I
can't, so you
automatically
take-
fail.
You take 2 death saves.
Can you hear if he's in?
Dying from a scream.
Can I hear if I'm unconscious?
You're incapacitated?
Your medical opinion on that,
I don't know
Kyle.
I don't know why I'm helping Mav. I want him to
That's,
die.
I love it. I don't think I can hear while I'm unconscious.
I think you can.
If I have to be able to detect something in order to feel it, I don't think
Unaware
I
of
can
its
detect
surroundings
anything.
if you're unconscious.
They do say, that people that are in comas can still hear them.
Shut up, Andy. Let me have this. I want to get my nat 20. Come on.
I said nothing.
Do you have you got a D4 on you?
I do.
Roll a D4, and on a 4, you get to not take the psychic damage.
Come on, Big Mike. Fuck, 1. All right.
You take 2 death saves.
Fine.
Argos,
That's 25.
25, and Lee,
19.
19.
Well, anybody who
I think
saved,
they
you
all
only take
passed.
5. If you failed, you take 11.
I still
What was
take
the save?
damage?
I think it was a 14.
It was 14. Yes, sorry.
So everybody saves.
So,
Oh yeah, you all only take 5 psychic damage.
okay. I need to roll con save for my wind gust.
Same.
Okay. Sir Hoppington, you are up.
All right. Get rid of this 5 damage. And concentration on Bless is still up. All right. So I'm having a kind of little difficult time with my imagination on the map. Is there any movement I can do to get to where, centered on me, with 30 feet out, that I could get most everybody that's still up with a prayer of healing?
Not really.
Not really?
Because
Okay.
so you're within 10 feet of the Hydra. This ink splattered
Casting time on
Hydra.
that long though.
Prayer of Healing it's a ritual spell, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
So unless you have an ability to cast it at a normal time,
Yeah.
then I think Prayer of Healing you'll have to sit down for 10 minutes.
That's right. Yeah. I already
Sit in the corner. We'll protect you.
Take a breather.
You guys, time out. We had 10 minutes.
Yeah, just in 100 turns.
Yeah. Leg cramp. 10 minutes.
In that case, then. Yeah, that is right. Let's do this instead. That Hydra's 10 feet. I will bunny hop. I'll use my bonus action to hop 15 feet away from it. Where are we at? If we're using like math quadrants, 1, 2, 3, 4, at this arena, what quadrant am I in?
Right now you are a little past 3 o'clock on a clock face. If that, I know I did something different than what you said, but
Gotcha. Yeah,
if you,
great.
the Hydra was kind of pinning you against 4 o'clock, and so you're able to hop out of his range, his 10-foot range, and but you're still you're 15 feet away from it, but it's still pretty close to you just because it's huge. It's like you have to walk way around it to get away from it. But
that'll work. Okay, cool. And then after hopping that direction, am I able to anywhere get near the marquee?
If you want to hop the other direction, that's how you could get to the marquee.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Let's pop up over there next to the marquee, and then how many slots do I have left? Okay, cool.
And he's 25 feet away from you, so
sweet. So yeah, I'll use 25 feet of my 30, get to him, and then
you're gonna do something weird like cut my hand off, right?
Oh, I didn't think about that. We are collecting hands.
Lucky human's foot for a change.
No, I'm gonna stay true to form and take out my golden carrot, and I'm gonna place it on you, and then like radishes kind of come over and they absorb into your skin, and you get healed with cure wounds. I'll use the digital dice. Oh, that max. You take 10 points of healing.
Marquise, you take that gasp of air.
You see this chubby face, Harrigan face over you with the ears flopping down. Hey, buddy.
And he sits bolt upright, and like sand goes everywhere, like into his eyes, and he's running around. And he goes, "I saw Ben. He was here. Where is he?" And then he looks over at his savior and goes, "You know we're in a genie's lamp, right?"
No idea what that means.
None of us is getting out of here.
The Marquise, you glance up at Auris sitting on his throne, and smile drops, and he glares at you.
Kyle, I just wanted to ask, did the Hydra make a roll for my scream too?
Oh no, it did not. Thank you. I will do that.
Did the crowd make rolls for the scream? Half
It rolled
the
a
crowd just
natural 20
crumbles.
on its wisdom check,
Okay,
so it's
so
good.
just 5 damage.
5 points.
For the record, we're through like two or three rounds of combat. We've done 28 damage to this Hydra, so just let everybody know.
Sir Hoppington, anything else for your turn?
That was it. That was movement, bonus, and action.
Okay. The snakes come through the sand once again, try to bite you. Everyone roll a dexterity saving throw to avoid them, or a strength saving throw to squish them.
Can they see me?
Oh, the snakes are everywhere. I'm just gonna roll to see if they can. I'm just gonna roll a quick roll.
Marquise was healed in the nick of time, dang.
Yeah, they rolled a natural 20, so they do see you, unfortunately. So you have to make that save. As the snakes they squirm up and like sense something there and try to bite you.
Think tremors, but very small.
Silas.
18.
18. Brad.
15.
Sir Hoppington.
17 dex.
Hobson Gobson.
24.
God damn.
Marquise.
14.
Argos?
15.
Lee?
12.
12. Huh? Yeah, y'all safe. Y'all squish the snakes or avoid them.
I'm not stunned anymore, right?
You are till the
It's
end
to
of
the end
the
of your
monk's
next
turn.
turn.
Of my, but I had a
Until
turn.
my turn.
Oh, his turn. So then I fail it automatically, right?
Yeah, you fail automatically.
Okay.
Brad, it's your turn.
My turn again.
I was clicked on the wrong layer action, and it got me messed up. Lee, you're up.
Same guy.
Yeah, we get confused a lot.
That's fair, dude.
This is looking real rough. I'm not sure if I should stay invisible or what.
You know we're in a bottle.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about that too much.
Funny, that's all I'm thinking.
It is a survival to the end, on who can make it.
I think the Hydra wins. Who's sorry, this is we've all bunched up here. They don't know I'm here, but Silas and who else are near me now?
I am Argos.
Okay, and then the Hydra's like quite far away. Huh.
Slit someone's throat.
It just like doesn't benefit me. Like it would be cool, but like I wouldn't even kill anyone.
Not with that attitude.
Or not with these dice.
Lay down in front of someone to trip them if they try to run.
Yeah, I get in the tabletop position. Knock someone prone for my whole turn.
Prepare a trip action.
Yeah, not to be a sneaky little sneak, but I think I need to stay invisible, and I'm gonna take the hide action because I'm next to a creature larger than myself.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm just waiting for the right moment. I've got reactions, folks, don't worry. Oh, that has advantage because I am invisible, but the best is gonna be an 18 on the stealth check.
Okay.
I'm staying put.
All right. The Marquise.
Back up. So I think I have to spend half my movement speed to get up, correct?
Yes, you do.
So he rises from the dirt and the sand and kind of slaps a hand down on Sir Hoppington's shoulder and says, "Thanks. I don't know that was a good idea, but I appreciate that you did it anyway." He's going to take a second and actually he's going to take his hat off so his eyes aren't shaded by the sun anymore. Eyes aren't shaded from the sun anymore. He's going to look straight up. And I'm not trying to use an action to do this, but is there anything apparent about the curvature of the top of this thing that he can see that is broken, fragile, falling apart, damaged, anything like that?
Nope, it looks pretty intact.
Okay. All right. In that case, and I've kind of lost the plot about where everybody is too. So I believe if I move counterclockwise from where I am, I'm gonna be moving away from the Hydra and toward the wish-gorged warrior, correct?
You'd be moving if you move clockwise. So you are at like 6 o'clock, and the invisible Hydra is more like 4 o'clock. So if you moved the other direction, you'd be okay. You've got Sir Hoppington right in front of you. The Hydra is right in front of Hobson and Gobson.
Okay. The Marquis is going to move counterclockwise for that last 15 feet he's got, and he's going to crack off 2 shots at the wish-gorged warrior. But his first shot is not going to be a physical attack. It's going to be when he pulls his cannon up and aims it at
you're going to aim at wish-gorged warrior?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay. He's 95 feet away from you.
That's okay because I have the sharpshooter feat, so I can fire at long range without posing disadvantage.
Okay.
So he's going to fire off. Well, here's a question. This is a good one. If I wanted to fire a spell from my cannon, which is because it's also my
focus.
My focus. Thank you. Is there a disadvantage at that range for on a spell?
Spells have a max distance. They don't have like a disadvantage at long range if you're making an attack
so
roll.
it would be whatever's on the spell itself.
Great point. Range area 60 feet. Range area 120 feet. Well, that makes my decision easy. I only have 2 cantrips.
You also do have advantage with he's stunned.
Excellent. Well, he's going to fire off what everyone expects to see a bullet come out, but it's actually a firebolt. He fires that off and attacking with advantage because he's stunned is wonderful. 50 hits. My God. 7 and come on. 15.
That hits.
15 hits. Let's do the damage dance. For 11 fire damage.
You win. The Wishgorge Warrior's dead. You hit him, and that fire hits him and just starts melting away his skin. You see, like, his skin starts falling off of him. As it's happening, his skeleton's, like, changing form. You see, like, 8 different faces forming and all this magical energy shooting out of him, and he falls down on the ground, fucking in a puddle of, like, skin and ooze.
Holy crap, nice shot.
Well, and as he's firing as he's moving, and like after he cracks off the shot, he turns back to Sir Hopperton and gives him a wink, and then turns his Eldritch Cannon back to the Hydra to see if he can hit the Hydra.
Okay.
With his bonus action. Ooh, now we're talking 18.
And 18 hits.
We're landing shots now, baby. All right. For 13 damage, and if the target is a creature, it's pushed up to 5 feet away from me.
Okay. If it's failed or just does?
It's standard. If it gets hit, it gets pushed 5 feet.
Okay. All right. It is pushed 5 feet away.
Who's gonna come and heal me, by the way, on my turn?
$5.
Are unarmed strikes healing?
Yeah.
Pick up.
All right. The crowd quiets as the beautiful figure starts to sing again. Roll a charisma saving throw, DC 10. On a failure, you're dazed by the singer, and attacks have advantage on you until the end of your next turn. Silas.
Dirty 20.
Brad.
Ooh, a 9.
And Sir Hoppington.
15.
Hobson Gobson.
25.
The Marquise.
Got a 5.
Argos.
10.
Lee.
11.
11. So, Brad and the Marquise, you are infatuated with this singer, and if anything tries to attack you, we'll have advantage on you until the end of your next turn. Argos, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the... I can't remember what it's called now. Gust of Wind. And then, how close are we to the Hydra? Because I know we moved kind of far away in the other end of the map.
You are 40 feet away from the Hydra.
Right, I'm going to cast Moonbeam on it. At 2nd level.
Talk dirty to me.
Yeah, so 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. Whenever the creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it's engulfed in ghostly flames. Let's make a con saving throw of 15. And then 2d10 radiant damage on failed save, or half for successful. A shapeshifter makes its saving throw with disadvantage, but I'm pretty sure the Hydra is just a Hydra. So.
Yeah. So what was the saving throw there? It was...
on saving throw 15.
It rolls a 9er. Mm-hmm. Fails. So what was it?
2d10 radiant damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
That is 12 total.
Okay. It just takes the damage, correct? There's no...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't see any other effect on it. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
No, he's just gonna stay there.
Okay, Hobson, you're up. Hobson and Gobson. You are 10 feet from the Hydra.
Yeah, it's like right in front of us, right? Basically. Mm-hmm. we didn't talk about this in advance. A voluntary destacking. Can we do that for like movement?
That's
or like something for free action. Let's hop off.
You can if you'd like.
We would like.
So we're gonna hop off, split our HP, so we each have glorious 4 HP. It's fine. This is a great idea, no flaws. And then we're each going to take dagger attacks, and we get sneak attack because now there. We'll move forward 5 feet, so now there are 2 people within 5 feet of the creature, so we get sneak attack, and we're going.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no.
Goblin strategy.
Okay, this is going great. No
I rolled a
issues.
2 on the die, so there's no way.
There's a 16 hit.
A 16 does hit.
Okay. All right. It's good.
All right, sneak attack.
I'm also going to use Fury of the Small, which is a goblin feature that adds an extra 3 damage.
That's amazing.
That's 16 psionic damage.
Okay.
And then we're both going to disengage
and run away.
And run 30 feet away in the opposite to the opposite corner to the like 11 o'clock corner where everyone else is.
Very important question. Which one of you is carrying the coat?
That would be me because I was the top. So it is trailing behind me, and it looks glorious.
So you can't really get too far. If you want to disengage around that, it's going to take you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, like 35 feet to get to the opposite side of the
We get close to Brad?
Not really, because you're kind of pinned up against the 4 o'clock there. And so, and it's 25 foot by 25 feet, so it's hard to get around. If you're wanting to get the most distance away from it, you could go to Sir Hoppington's direction.
Yeah, let's do that.
We have 30
And
feet,
you can
so
get,
whatever
you
with
can get up,
30
you
feet.
can get up to him. Yeah, you can get up to
let's
him.
go hang out with our buds.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Sir Hoppington. Are we within 5 feet of him now? Within 5 feet of Sir Hoppington?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
No, thank you.
The plumes of fire again shoot up through hidden pipes scattered randomly throughout the arena. Roll a d4 on a 1, take 4 points of fire damage.
Whew.
That's Silas, what'd you roll?
A 2.
2. And Brad.
I rolled a 2.
And Sir Hoppington?
Yeah, 2.
2. Hobson Gobson?
Oh no!
No, we never should have destacked.
Because you only have 4 HP each?
Yes, and Hobson got a 1.
Oh no! Hobson gets a 1.
Hobson got a 3, so Hobson goes down.
Hobson is down. The plume of fire blasts up on this poor goblin body and takes 4 points of damage, and you are downed.
And the trench coat is lit on fire.
And standing next to Hoppington and Hoblin and Hobson and Gobson. Gosh.
Not only do we go down, but then you fuck up our names.
Yeah. So Hobson, the fire consumes you. Your charred body falls to the floor, and Gobson, you see as your other half is down. The Marquise.
I could roll to 2.
Okay, Argos.
I got a 1.
A 1. You take 4 points of the fire damage, and Lee.
4.
Okay. It is the Hydra's turn, and it is going to go south towards Gobson, the charred body of Hobson, and Sir Hoppington. And it is going
Smell
to
barbecue, is that why?
to roll for this just to see how many attacks it's going to do on each of you. Okay. So it is going to attack first at Gobson, and Gobson, its first attack is an 10 to hit.
Oh.
Misses. The second attack is a 9 to hit. So the two heads just swipe over your head and miss. Hobson, your body on the floor, it is going to make 2 attacks against you, and you will be taking the 4 death saves. And as the heads bite into your poor little goblin body, what are Hobson's last thoughts?
Gobson. There, it always is. He's, they have always just thought of each other, and I think that, kind of like with the last movement, reaches out to their twin. All they want to be is with them.
And Hobson, your character, you die and pass into whatever is next. That's 2 on Gobson, 2 on Hobson, and so 4 heads look to you, Sir Hoppington. Oh. The first one is a 26 to hit.
Oh yeah.
And that is 10 points of piercing damage. The second one is 21 to hit.
Yep.
Another 10 points of piercing damage.
I am now down.
And you are down.
No.
Hoppington, it will take its remainder 2 attacks on your body, which will be 4 death saves. And Sir Hoppington, as your body gets ripped apart by the Hydra, what are your last thoughts?
He thinks of a pile of carrots.
The pile of carrots. As you think of that pile of carrots, your body dies and you see a light off in the distance. It looks like maybe it is a pile of carrots in the beyond.
Run towards it.
And you run towards it. With that,
my friends,
there are 3 players down in the gladiator arena, and everything seems to pause for a second. The giant swings his club against the gong 3 times. You look up in the sky and you see the purple clouds start to swirl into a funnel cloud, and it touches down on the ground at the center of the arena, and the swirling tornado quickly expands, consuming all of you. And you get this faint sense of grape. All you can see is swirling purple mist, and then the mist goes away, and you see something new. And then they all failed their dexterity saving throws and died. Thank you all for listening to the Great GlaD&Diator Tournament. Unfortunate it had to end this way. What? Huh? There's more, you say? Oh, that's right. The TPK happens next episode. How silly of me. Just kidding. That's the first half of the GlaD&Diator finale episode. Tune in 2 weeks to hear the thrilling end to the Great GlaD&Diator Tournament to see who will be the winner of the wish. Follow us at Talltale Tavern Podcast on TikTok and Instagram. Join our Discord so you can join in the live discussion happening on these episodes. Thank you to Zaezar for our artwork. Thank you to Tyler Adelsperger for our intro music. If you like what you're listening to, give us one of those good 5-star reviews. And with that, we will see you next time at the Talltale Tavern.